welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do popular books I have not yet read.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me.
So there is a lot of books I have not read yet, and I feel like I wanted to share with you guys what I've read, and let's start with this tag. So I don't really know if we start off easy. I don't think there is an easy way to say that you haven't read a popular book. But the first one is Everything by Nicola Yoon. I have not read it yet. I've heard it's so good and I want to read it. I heard about the film that's coming out and I watched the trailer and it looked really good and I wanted to read it really badly, but I have not yet. I just read The Sun Is Also a Star. I will do a book review on it too, and I thought that book was kind of good, so I'm really excited to read this book. The next book I haven't read is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. So I have the book actually. I bought it after I read Cinder. I read it last summer. I thought it was amazing, so I just had to order the next one, and I really liked the theme and like the history because she made it sound so good. Then I started to read other books and I haven't read it yet and I really want to read it, but also I'm like, nah, that one instead. And I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet because I really adored the first book. And now I don't really remember what happened in the first book. I read the book so fast in the end, so I just finished the book and now I don't really know what happened in the end. So I haven't got to read it yet and I really should. I really want to. But now I have other series I rather want to read and there are amazing books coming out in May. So I feel like I'm gonna finish all of these and then I will read this summer as I did with the other. It was an amazing summer book, if you ask me. Okay, so I also have this book in my bookshelf, but I have not seen to read it yet. And it's The Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I think I pronounced that right, I hope. And I really do want to see this series because I've heard a lot good about it, and I've heard good about the books, and I just want to read it. But I just haven't. It's so weird. I don't know why. It's the same with Outlander. I just started to read it and it's amazing and I've had it in my shelf for ages and I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. But yeah, Game of Thrones, I really want to read it and I hope I will soon. The next book I have not read and I need to read it is The Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. I have read all of Cassandra's books and I love them so much, and still I haven't got to read The Clockwork Prince. So I actually borrowed this book from the library in our town and I started to read it, but it was like, you know, it was old English and I sucked at English back then, so I didn't get a shit and I put it back and then I haven't read it since. Okay, so I know Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I know that's a movie, but I still haven't read this screenplay and I really want to read it because the movie was amazing. I read the Cursed Child screenplay and it was so fun to read it when it was just dialogues and you really still got into the book and I just want to read it. And I haven't yet, which I should. So Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I have heard a lot about it and still I have not read it. I have the book here. It's beautiful, it's big, it looks amazing. I've heard amazing about it and still I haven't picked it up. I don't know why. I just see it and I'm like, yeah. And there's nothing more. I really need to start to read this book. I know the series is amazing and I've heard it's many people's favorite book and I just need to pick it up. This next book, I feel kind of embarrassed. I haven't read it and still call myself a book fan because I haven't read Twilight. And I know a lot of people read it like 10 years ago or further, I don't know, or less, yeah. But I haven't read for that long, you know, and it was a big thing some years back and I just haven't picked it up. And my friend has said it's amazing, and still I haven't even bought it. And I told her at first I don't like vampire stuff, and then I read the Vampire Academy in like 1 week and screamed because vampires were amazing. So I don't know why I haven't got it. I feel like I want to pick it up, but then I feel like I want to read the whole series, so I want to continue what I haven't got yet, and then I will probably buy it. And the same with Divergent. My friend read it, and she kind of talked to me about it. I said, it's okay, you can spoil me, I don't want to read it either way. So I haven't read it, but I know kind of what's happening, and the thing I've heard about Divergent, I don't really feel like I want to read it, and that's kind of weird. But also, like, I watched the first movie and I didn't like it, and then I know what's going to happen in the end, and then I just feel like, I feel like, no, I don't want to read it, but I've heard people think it's good, and you never know. So there was a huge talk about this book, Me Before You, this summer, or last summer, yeah. And I read the book when I was in Norway with my family, and I loved it. It was so emotional, and I cried, and I watched the movie, and it was awesome. And still, I haven't started at After You by Jojo Moyes, and like, I don't know why, because I love the book, and if it's like, it's another book about her, and I'm so excited, and I don't know why I haven't read it, because Me After You was amazing, and I should buy it, but just, I haven't, and I don't know why. And last but not least, The Court of Mist and Fury by Maas. I read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Maas, and I really liked it, but I kind of read it so fast in the end, I don't really remember what happened, so I'm thinking about I should read that too. But also, I didn't think the book was that good, so I don't know if I will or if I won't. But still, I want to order A Court of Mist and Fury because I've heard so much about it, and it was such a hype. So I'm really excited for A Court of Mist and Fury because I hope it's good now when you all people hyped about it. And yeah, that was all for this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!